All right, so welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going deep on AI bestseller profits, breakthrough or perish.
Wow, that title, right.
It really does, kind of sets the stage. So we're going to be looking at strategies for success in, well, the book world today. And this is for you, whether you're a writer or just interested in like the whole AI thing and how it's changing books, ready to see how AI is, I guess, shaking things up.
Definitely. I mean, the PDF jumps right in, the biggest challenge authors face, that attention economy thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's huge. Like trying to stand out when everyone's screaming for, a few seconds of your time. It's a lot.
Think about it. How many articles, videos you just scroll past every day?
Tons. And now imagine you're the author trying to get someone to pick your book.
Daunting,
Yeah.
right. But this PDF, it says breaking through it IS possible. And it uses examples like books that did it.
Okay, like what?
Her Last Tomorrow, playing on those fears we all have.
Yeah.
Losing loved ones.
Right, right.
Then there's the subtle art of not giving a F at Dow. Bold language, challenging how we think.
I've seen that one around.
Oh, yeah. Then the hate you give, tackling tough social stuff,
Mm-mm.
and how not to die. Everyone wants to be healthy, live longer.
So different strategies, but they all kind of hit those deep emotions.
Exactly. And that's where AI comes in. This
Sure.
PDF, it's not afraid of AI,
Really? Some folks are, I think.
for sure. But here, it's like a tool for brainstorming, outlines, even writing.
But not replacing the human, right?
Right. Because stories, it's about connection. Those human things, emotions, struggles.
AI can write sentences, plot twists, but not that warmth, that empathy.
Exactly. It can't replicate that human touch.
Yeah.
And the PDF actually says, well, I've got the quote,
Okay.
as technology advances, our desire for human connection grows stronger.
So true. AI gets better, but that human element, it's still what we crave.
And this leads to one of the, I think, most interesting parts, the extreme storyline method.
Okay, what's that?
To really grab attention, you got to push it. Higher stakes, bigger characters, the kind of story you can't ignore.
So like over-the-top stuff.
In a way, they even have this 7-step process for crafting them. High-stakes situations, crazy characters, and plot twists galore.
I can see that working, but doesn't it depend on the genre?
Oh, absolutely. Thrillers, action, yeah, push it. But literary fiction, romance, maybe not so much. Too extreme, you lose readers.
They use a romance example, right?
Yep. And it's got all the tropes, the brooding guy, dangerous, rich, forbidden love, secrets, the works.
Sounds familiar.
Right. But they're saying AI can take these familiar things, make them even better. Like one example they give, switching a word.
Okay, what word?
Instead of absurd, which is kind of weak, they use gravity. Adds more weight, intensity to the scene.
It's like not just telling what happened, but making you feel it.
Exactly. Subtle
Yeah.
changes, but big impact.
So we've got extreme storylines that's grabbing attention. But what about that first impression? You know the title, the opening.
Oh, super important. That first impression can make or break you.
Think about it. We all judge a book by its cover, right? Or those first few lines. That's what hooks us.
Totally. And this PDF says AI can help us write those titles, those openings that really stand out, but still sound like us.
They use examples for titles for that romance story we talked about.
Yeah, showing how AI can brainstorm different options, push boundaries, get people curious.
I'm curious, what kind of titles did it come up with?
Dangerous Cure? A State of Shadows? Sound intriguing, but maybe a little, I don't know.
Generic.
Yeah, a bit. Missing that spark, a unique twist.
So what makes a good title then? Is it being bold or capturing the story or something else? And what would make you want to pick up a book?
That's the question, isn't it? So the title, it gets you to click maybe, but those first few paragraphs, that's where you really got to sell it.
Yeah, like make them feel something, right? Make them want to keep reading.
Exactly. And this PDF, it talks about that human element. They even show an opening written by a person. Raw, vulnerable, pulls you right in.
And then they use AI to make it even better.
Not replace it, no.
Yeah.
Enhance it, sharpen the focus, choose those words that pack a punch.
So like instead of saying he walked quickly, it's he bolted. Something like that.
Yeah, or adding details that bring it to life.
Yeah.
Make you see, hear, almost smell the scene.
Okay, so we've got the reader hooked. Now, how do we actually get the book into their hands? The PDF talks about that too, right?
It does. And it doesn't assume you've got, like, tons of money for marketing.
Which is good, because most authors don't.
Right. They talk about press release websites, free ones, get the word out, maybe even get some media attention.
And Goodreads, that's huge for self-published authors, right?
Huge. Connect with readers, get those reviews, do giveaways.
And Facebook groups, those are good for promotion too.
Yeah, sharing links, but not in a spammy way.
Yeah.
More targeted.
Okay, so those are free. What if you do have some money to spend?
They recommend Fiverr. Find people who can help with like Kindle promotions, social media stuff.
Basically a marketing team, but on a budget.
Pretty much frees you up to, actually write.
Okay, so we've talked about AI for writing, for marketing, but this PDF, it throws in something kind of different. Parody books.
Oh, yeah, that section was interesting. Using parody to kind of ride the coattails of already famous books.
So like piggybacking off something that's already popular.
In a way, yeah. And maybe even tapping into some controversy.
Interesting. And they think AI is good for this.
They say it makes it easier, more fun. Pick a book you love or hate. Those strong feelings, that's what makes good satire.
Makes sense. Do they give examples of how to use AI for this?
Yeah, like you could tell it, rewrite this chapter, but make the characters act ridiculous.
I love it. And it works.
They say the results can be hilarious, even if you don't do much.
But AI isn't perfect, right? Sometimes it misses the mark.
Definitely. That's where you, the human, come in, give it directions, feedback, tell it to be more sarcastic, or focus on exaggerating flaws.
Okay, so you're kind of coaching it like, no, AI, that's not funny enough. Push it further.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They even talk about this developer mode for when AI gets too cautious, especially with like sensitive topics.
Developer mode, that sounds intense.
It's basically telling the AI, hey, I know this might be risky. I'm taking responsibility. They even show the exact disclaimer it gives you.
So it's not about being offensive. It's about giving the AI more freedom to, I guess, be funny in that edgy way that parody needs.
Exactly. Parody pushes buttons. It's supposed to.
Okay, so parody with AI sounds like fun, but can you actually make money doing it?
They think so, especially if you pick the right target. They use Nightlight as an example, the Twilight parody. That did well.
And the author themselves, they seem to really enjoy it. They even say they were laughing the whole time while writing a parody.
That's great. And it fits the whole message,
Yeah.
Be creative, experiment, have some fun.
Even if parody's not your thing, the point is AI can open up new possibilities, new ways to express yourself, maybe reach more people.
Exactly. And that's something worth thinking about no matter what you write.
Back for the last part of our deep dive, and I gotta say, this PDF, it's really got me thinking, like a whole new way of looking at writing and AI.
Yeah, it makes you question some things, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
what does it even mean to be a writer now when AI can do so much?
Right. If AI can write a whole book, what makes a human author? Well, an author.
The PDF kind of hints at this. Maybe it's not about writing every single word.
But more about the vision, the characters, the feeling of the story.
Yeah, the big picture stuff, the ideas, the voice, whether it's typed by, you or AI.
So it's not enough to just write a good book. You got to get it out there, connect with people.
Exactly. This PDF talks about building a brand, a community, and they give real advice, free and paid stuff.
Wait, what?
Social media, email lists, those book bloggers.